show your man the people in your DMs. Show your man or tell your man when other men have complimented you or when other men have asked you out. Do it casually. I'm not saying start a war, right?
Like you. He don't call you. He don't like you. He don't keep his word. He don't like you. He's inconsistent. He has someone else. He only calls you when he wants something.
I don't chase booty.
Go ahead, brother.
If I got to chase my wife, then I'm gonna have to keep
Why would
chasing.
you say you were gonna call me when you get home and you never called me when you got home? So you say you were gonna call me when you get out the shower, you never call me when you get out the shower.
A lot of men are becoming lazy in dating because there's no appreciation for what they do. And now women have these super high entitlement level thoughts that they deserve to be brought to freaking Bora Bora on their first date. And it's like, who are you to even ask for that? What value have you brought to that man?
Right there, that's the mindset a lot of modern women have. They think men stop chasing because they're lazy. They stop chasing because we finally started valuing our time. Chasing used to be a requirement just to get attention, not effort. And men, we got tired of the begging for respect.
I was today years old when I found out that men are not supposed to chase after women. Proverbs 31. Don't chase after women and lose your strength. Women like that have destroyed kings. When a man hunts, you don't ever see a man chasing after a deer. He will let that deer run. He doesn't chase. So another comes. So be it.
Let me say this clearly. Chasing is for men who don't know their value. A man with direction isn't chasing, he's choosing.
I can't stand a man that acts like he doesn't understand what's expected of him off the rip. And he will expect so many different things from you. That's the funny part about this. Oh my God. Dating in this climate is just so freaking funny because men will expect a laundry list of things from you. You know, they expect you to come dressed to the nines, you know, looking pretty and ready to listen to whatever they want to rant about or talk about and talk about themselves the whole time. Yet when you ask for something as simple as like opening up a door, or you shouldn't even have to ask for that, flowers, or for them to buy you something that you like, it's crickets. It's crickets. It's like you're speaking a foreign language to them. And I'm done. I'm about to start exclusively dating women.
And men are not gonna mind because they're probably not approaching you now. She's not disappointed, she's offended because attention used to be automatic. What she's really saying is, men don't validate me on demand anymore. That's not about romance, that's about ego.
A man shouldn't chase a woman. If she's not showing you interest, if she's making you jump through hoops, she doesn't like you, she doesn't want you. Chasing after someone looks desperate.
I don't chase booty.
Go ahead, brother.
If I got to chase my wife, then I'm gonna have to keep chasing her to keep her.
That's right. That's right.
You men that chase women, the moment you start chasing that woman, you're gonna have to keep chasing her.
Keep it up.
That keep her. You're gonna have to keep it up.
That's right.
And once she see you chasing her, she gonna deliberately do things that make you run her down.
That's right.
They always say the same way you get her will be the same way that you lose her. You ever notice how these conversations never involve what the woman brings to the table? They want to be the prize, but don't want to show up like one.
Well, I'm finna break some bro code, but I'm finna put your ladies on to something. I heard somebody talking about it today, and I had to just say it and spread the love. You know how it is. Hey, anyways, this goes out for all the women that's talking to that one man. If that guy has not hit you up in 24 hours, that man is not the man for you. I don't know any man that's serious about a woman and has waited in a 24-hour span and has not communicated with you at all. That don't make no goddamn sense. I don't care what the excuse is, unless...
How come women get to play psychological games to see if the man really likes her, but when a man tries to play the psychological game and wait it out to see if the woman likes him, all of a sudden he's the bad guy? Now, when it comes to playing psychological dating games in modern day time, that's what it's about. It's about who could trick who first. That's what both parties are trying to do, is win. They want to be the one that have someone like them so much that if they decide to break that person's heart, so be it. So both parties are competing to see who can weaker the other vessel.
Like you. He don't call you, he don't like you. He don't keep his word, he don't like you. He's inconsistent, he has someone else. He only calls you when he wants something, he's using you. He starts random arguments, he's cheating on you. He's not investing in you, you're not worth the investment. Never met his family, you're not the one. Been with your guy 5+ years, no ring, no marriage, he's still searching. You're a placeholder. Men are not complicated, they're very easy to know. Men don't talk with their words, they talk with their actions. Let's go, That Nation. Be smart, think smart, choose wisely. And remember, I told you.
What she's really laughing at is that the men stop playing the fool. Let's be real. Every man watching this has chased a woman who gave him nothing back. Text left on read, energy one-sided, and you still try to prove yourself. That's not love. That's auditioning for attention. Once you hit 30+, you stop negotiating with disrespect. You stop explaining your value. You move in silence, and peace becomes the flex.
You have done too good of a job at convincing your man that you aren't going anywhere. You've done too good of a job at convincing your man that there's no one after you. I know that as wives and as women, we want to show them like we are here, ride or die. We want to show them that there's no conflict coming from us, that like basically other males do not exist in our eyes, and that's what we don't want to tell them. But that does us a disservice. You know why? Because for whatever, and argue with your mama, men are just competitive creatures. They just are. And when they start feeling secure with you, they will start taking you for granted. They no longer need to chase. Why would you chase something? Why would you continuously try to gain the affection of something that you know is there to stay and that you know 100% is yours? And I know it seems counterproductive, but trust me, show your man the people in your DMs. Show your man or tell your man when other men have complimented you or when other men have asked you out. Do it casually. I'm not saying start a war, right? Casually. Oh, the neighbor asked me out on a date, but I had to tell him I was married. Let him know that. Let him know. Keep him on his toes. Let him know that, yes, you're loyal. Yes, you're faithful and you down for him. But at the same time, competition's still sniffing at your skirt. Like, you're not a staple there. You're not going to be waiting around forever. You're not going to be taken for granted forever. Like, he still has to do maintenance. He still has to keep up. And that's just the only way to get in there. To get in there, believe me, if he hasn't been chasing you in a while, get your running shoes because you're about to be chased. I'm telling you, test it out and try it and let me know. There's just something about them. The idea of another man wanting you, the idea of this competition, this whatever, it just does something, okay? So yeah, let them know. Let them know, like, I love you and I want you, but I'm not stuck here. I'm not stuck here.
Ladies, this type of game used to work about 10 years ago. In modern day time, playing these psychological games will get you replaced.
One of women's major complaints today is that men up to date don't act like men back in the day. They don't take their time out to court women anymore. They're not intentional about seeking out to be in a relationship with women. They're shying away from commitment. They don't really care to protect women. They don't care to provide for women. They don't care to tolerate women at all unless it's just sexual.
Men are just adapting to women's behavior. Women act like they don't need a man. They act like they don't want a man. They act like every time a man does something nice, he's a simp. They take advantage of it. Men have just waken up. Why would they be like men from back in the day when women don't act like women from back in the day?
And nobody can seem to figure it out. Well, I got the answer. Women have decided we no longer need to impress men, and the ones who do want to go out of their way for a man that they may be interested in or actually with, they are shamed and made to feel like that they are doing something wrong for seeing a man past the tangibles. Everything that men have asked for, women have shunned them and said that we're not doing those things for you. We're doing them to appease ourselves. Everything is in the antithesis of men, so much to the point where women have decided that they no longer have a need for man past his provisional aspects, such as him having money or such as him just having great sex. And somewhere along the lines, we've lied to ourselves and said men only objectify us and want sex for us. So in return, you want to play the man's game and try to do it back. But then when they start telling you that they want things like a woman who can think, or a woman who is actually going to be a partner, or a woman who can provide them a form of companionship, or a woman who brings them peace, or a woman who can read the room, a woman who can listen, a woman who knows how to cook, clean, nurture, and care for a house, a woman who's tentative. All of those things seem to be off your radar. We've taken cooking and cleaning and equated it to slavery, which I have no idea why we would be so disrespectful to our ancestors, because slavery was not just simply house chores. We've taken something so simple as, hey, maybe you're overreacting to, oh, he's gaslighting us, calling them narcissists, and disregarding all of their boundaries, even so much as the clothing. There is nothing there left to the imagination, because everything that he may aspire to get, so can every other man. See,
and that's probably one of the most important things in modern day time that's stopping men from pursuing women, is because they think every man has already had them. Women are walking around looking like they're not the prize. Anybody can take their clothes off and get attention, but it makes you look less valuable.
It's so easy to see a woman post her titties on the timeline, or even walk outside with everything on but the armor of the Lord. And when he asks for a picture, all of a sudden you tense up like he just wants to objectify you, when actually you're just confused and you're not consistent with the message that you're sending. Women have found a way to say we don't need to impress men, men need to impress us. But when they tell you what they want, you call them bad. You say that they want to be the new women. When they express their disdain or certain hatred, you call them sassy. Nothing is ever just introspectively saying, hey, maybe I don't act like my mama, maybe I don't act like my grandmama, maybe I don't act like my aunties, because you thought those women were weak in order to keep a man. You thought that they were a pick-me. But maybe it would be wise to take a page out of their book, because they had a far better success rate with getting men to do exactly what they needed them to do, simply honoring their word. We've lost the plot. Women no longer understand the power of the P, if you know what I mean. Some would say that men found their worth. That's why they have stopped doing things for women, because it's so easy to get out of you nowadays. So maybe when women start to be a little bit more impressive towards men again, and they start doing all the things that men desire in order to get a woman, we could have them like put it in our hands. Start being impressive. You wouldn't complain about what a man don't do for you.
You don't chase women who are comfortable with watching you overextend yourself. A woman who respects herself and respects you will meet you halfway. It's not about being alpha. It's not about being cold. It's about being clear. My time is currency, and I'm done spending it in confusion. And when you finally stop chasing, that's when the same woman who laughed starts calling you emotionally unavailable. Nah, that's boundaries. What do y'all think? Would you chase a woman who talks like that, or what do y'all think? Would you chase a woman who talks like that, or are you done explaining your worth to people who don't recognize it? Drop a fire emoji if you ever walked away and felt lighter and not lonelier. Next video is even better. A woman admits she regrets losing a man who never begged for her time, and the way he handled it, legendary. Make sure you're locked in.